Welcome back to another video. Today I'm taking a look at the TaqTracker from Quiqlite. Let's check it out. So here's the Quiqlite TaqTracker, still in the box. Some features written on the side, shows you where those features are on the wallet right there, but we'll go over all that in this video. So let's take this bad boy out and give you guys a nice close-up of the TaqTracker here. And while you guys are checking this out, let's talk about some of the features. The TaqTracker can hold up to 10 cards plus cash underneath the stainless steel money clip. And just like Quiqlite's previous wallet, the Taq wallet, it features a 150 lumen flashlight. And powering that flashlight is a built-in 3.7 volt, 380 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium ion battery that's charged via a micro USB port. The housing on top is made of aluminum and the plates are made of stainless steel. It also features a 50-foot Bluetooth tracker. So if you ever lose this wallet, you can track it via the TaqTracker app. It also blocks RFID, has a bottle cap opener, has a glass breaking tip, a screwdriver, and is IPX2 weather resistant. Alright, so now let's start discussing the TaqTracker here from Quiqlite. And if you guys don't remember, a little bit over a year ago, I did a review on the Taq wallet here from Quiqlite. So you guys can see not much has changed from the Taq wallet to the TaqTracker here, at least aesthetically. So throughout this video, I'll go over what's changed and what stayed the same, some good and some bad. So when I reviewed the original Taq wallet, this was the very first tactical wallet with the built-in 150 lumen flashlight right there. And yes, the TaqTracker does maintain that same flashlight. It's a dual LED flashlight right here that features low, high, and strobe. But the biggest addition to the TaqTracker wallet right here is, yes, it now has a Bluetooth tracker. You can see if I bring back the Taq wallet right here, the addition of that little button right there, that is the multi-function button. So this is going to have all the tracker functions built into this button right here, and then to activate the flashlight, this little Q button right here stays the same. But from what I can see, everything else stays the same. The housing here is still made of aluminum. The plates here are made of stainless steel, even the bottom plate. The flashlight UI is still the same. Low is still 75 lumens. High is still 150 lumens. It even has the same runtime for the flashlight, 3 hours on low, an hour and a half on high, and a 3-hour strobe. The built-in lithium ion battery is still exactly the same on both models, 3.7 volt, 380 milliamp hours. And yes, they even kept the micro USB port right there for charging, even over a year later. I'm not sure why they kept this a micro USB and didn't update it to USB Type-C. The lanyard/carabiner attachment is in the same spot. The glass breaking tip remains the same. And if I flip the wallets around, the flathead screwdriver right there is still exactly the same. But if I show you the money clip here, you can see the money clip has definitely changed. The money clip now goes the long way instead of the short way from side to side, as you can see, and I think that's a good change. And I'll tell you why that's a good change during my card test, but you can see it still maintains that bottle opener right dead center of that money clip. It still has the same system of this elastic shock cord holding the two steel plates together, and the two plates are held together with this clasp right here. And yes, it does hold up to 10 cards, and that's adjustable with this little adjustable lock right here. You just adjust the shock cord and lock it into place right there. So I know Quiqlite calls this a tactical wallet, but I like to call this my multi-tool wallet because that's exactly what it is. I mean, it has a screwdriver, it has a lanyard/carabiner attachment that you can even use as a pry bar, a money clip with a bottle opener, a glass breaker right here, a 3-mode flashlight, and now the addition of a Bluetooth tracker. Yeah, this is a multi-tool wallet. And speaking of that Bluetooth tracker, let me show you guys how that works. So first you have to download the TaqTracker app right there, and as soon as you press the app, you can see I already paired the wallet to the app here. And it's a fairly simple interface. You can see settings and find my wallet. And then over here, it has your signal strength and battery power. So basically, if you ever lose your wallet, just hit find my wallet right there. And it starts to beep, and you can see the flashlight starts to pulse. So this works fairly well. Once you find your wallet, just click the I found it, and it stops beeping. And like I mentioned before, the Bluetooth range is about 50 feet, which isn't the greatest in the world. Typically with Bluetooth trackers, you see about 150 to 200 feet. So you just have to have a general idea of where you think you might have lost your wallet. Plus on the very bottom here, you can see it does have location. Once you press that, it will show you a map and it'll show you the last known location. So you can just go to that location and hopefully you can find your wallet. Now, even though it does beep and flash, the beeping noise isn't that loud. I wish it was just a little bit louder. But like I said, I do like that it does pulse and flash the flashlight here. So if you don't hear it, maybe you can still see the flashlight flashing. Under the setting tab here, you can see you can name your wallet. You can set it where the alarm goes off if it loses Bluetooth connection. And you can choose a ringtone. So it does have a few different ringtones for you to choose from. It also has a nifty little function down here under camera. So you can hit the camera button right there and it shows you what the camera sees right here. And if you want to take a picture, you just have to hit that little multifunction button right there. So just tap it once. Takes a picture. So it works as a remote shutter switch. So I wasn't really expecting that. So that's a nice little touch. And then under this settings tab on the bottom there, you can see you can select silent period, and then you can update your firmware right there. This is version 1.4. And then under manual right there, it has a complete owner's manual. So if you ever forget how any of these functions work, it's all right there in the app. And another cool feature it does have a reverse track function. So if you ever lose your phone, you just have to double click that multi-function button right there. So double click and there it is, it's ringing your phone. So just press OK, but the one problem I have, and this is true with every Bluetooth tracker, at least the Bluetooth tracker apps that I've seen, is you have to have the app open for this to work. And if you're someone like me who closes out of apps instantly so they're not running in the background and using my data, I always close apps out. So if my app is closed, let me close out all the apps here I have running on my phone and double click. It doesn't work. I just wish there was a way for companies to figure out how to make a reverse track function work if the app isn't open, because I'm never going to have that app open just randomly. And now let's talk about the UI of the flashlight here on the TaqTracker. Basically, nothing has changed from the Taq Wallet to the TaqTracker here regarding the flashlight. It's a short press on, goes right to low, and a short press off. And if we short press on again for low, we have to double click for high and then double click again to go back to low. And if you want to reach strobe, you just have to press and hold, and you can see it does have an alternating LED strobe light. So one of my negatives about the flashlight from the original Taq Wallet here is that it had no instant access to high, meaning every time you turned it on, it always went to low and you had to then double click to reach high. And that's still the same. They didn't change that. And while we're here, I just want to show you the differences in the beam pattern here. So this is the original Taq Wallet here, and you can see on the TaqTracker, the spill is much, much wider. So the Taq Wallet here had a much more focused beam, and this is, on the TaqTracker, a much more floody beam. So the lumens and runtime on low and high remain exactly the same on both wallets, but strobe has slightly changed. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So if I hold down both buttons at the same time to activate the strobe, so you can see on the Taq Wallet here, strobe is much, much brighter. And if I lift this up about a foot from the table, you can see the TaqTracker here, the strobe is barely visible. So I'm not sure why they made the strobe so much weaker in the brand new TaqTracker, but you can see it is barely there. All right, now let's quickly go over the card test. And since I already reviewed this wallet, nothing has really changed. It's exactly the same card capacity. Got 10 cards here. I'm just going to stuff them all in at once. And everything latches up pretty nicely with this shock cord and this little latch right here underneath these two tabs. Now, in my original review, I said that I didn't really like this see-through ID window here too much when cycling through the cards, just because of how small it was. And you can see cycling through the cards does work, but it's not the greatest functionality in the world for me. Now, one thing I mentioned in my original review of the Taq Wallet here is one thing I didn't like was this little tab right here on the bottom. When you're putting cards in, sometimes the cards get hung up on this little tab here. So I said the best way around that was when you're inserting cards, you had to press against this back card to clear that little tab, and life was good. But you can see since they changed the direction of the money clip here, they basically took care of that problem because there's no more tab right there. Now that's where the money clip is. So when you're inserting your cards from the top here, when they go in much cleaner. So I love the fact just by changing the orientation of this money clip here, they actually took care of one of the problems I had with the functionality of the original Taq wallet here. And on top of that, I think it's just much better to have a longer money clip right here. Right here I have 8 bills. I'm gonna fold these bills into quarters. And yes, it does have the same amount of tension on this money clip here, but I think it's much easier to lift because it's much longer than the short little stubby clip on the first Taq wallet. If you want to fold your bills in half, you could do that, but as you can see, it will hang over slightly, as you can see, but not by much here. Actually, let me try that. So if I stick in my bills all at once, there's still a lot of tension on this money clip, but you can see folding your bills in half, it's actually not that bad. It does hang over slightly, but not enough for it to be annoying. So I would say folding your bills in half is completely acceptable on this wallet. Not the greatest, but acceptable. All right, so what are my final thoughts on the Quiqlite TaqTracker here? So like the first Taq wallet, I like the fact that it has a 150 lumen flashlight here. So if I'm ever caught without my EDC flashlight, I can just whip out my wallet and boom. And of course, the addition of an integrated Bluetooth tracker is definitely a plus. And I can snap pictures right through the app just by clicking the multifunction button here. I like that they changed the orientation of the money clip here, and just by doing so, fixed a problem that I had with the functionality on the first Taq wallet. And even though the screwdriver and bottle opener probably won't be the first tools that I reach for, I like the fact that they're there just in case I need one. And the same goes for the glass breaker right here. And yes, this lanyard attachment right here that sometimes you can use as a pry bar. A few things that I don't like about the TaqTracker is they kept micro USB and didn't update it to USB Type-C. And I'll tell you, this little rubberized cover right here to cover that micro USB port is one of the worst that I've dealt with in a long time. It's just so fumbly and fidgety. It just doesn't fit well. And as much as I love the flashlight being built into the wallet, I think the strobe actually got worse from the original Taq wallet. And the flashlight still has no direct to high. I would like to see a direct to high feature on the next model. The ID window here remains unchanged, so it's still a little bit inconvenient when cycling through your cards. I suggest pushing all your cards up and using the fan method. And the IP rating remains unchanged. It's still an IPX2. The X means the dust rating wasn't tested, and the 2 means it can resist water coming at it from only a 15-degree angle. But to me, that just means it's barely splash proof. It has to be at least IPX4 or IPX5. That's at least splash proof. Even though I like the addition of the Bluetooth tracker, I wish the Bluetooth range was more than 50 feet. And I don't like the reverse phone function. Doesn't work unless you have the app open. I'm not really sure if they can change that, but I really wish somebody can figure out how to make that happen without having the app open on your phone. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think of the new Quiqlite TaqTracker? Now if you guys want to check this out for yourself, I will have links down below in my description box. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!